everyone, welcome to another edition of Cosmetic Castaways. Today we're going to be talking about my mascaras. And for a mascara that doesn't last very long, I have a lot and it's a darn shame. So we're just going to get right to it and start casting away those mascaras. Going in no particular order, I'm going to start off with my L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. This is a great drugstore mascara if you haven't checked it out. I have the Carbon Black in the original formula, and I love the Carbon Black. It just really, if you're looking for a very black mascara that's going to give volume and length, I really would recommend this. This is the wand that is a bristle, and that's what I prefer. I know not everyone does, but this is what I prefer, and it's such a perfect formulation. It's not too wet or too dry. However, these are past the 6-month expiration. This is recommended for your disposal of mascaras. I really wouldn't keep them any longer than 6 months because these can really build up bacteria. Next, I have some Tarte mascaras, and I love Tarte mascaras. Not everybody would be a fan. You know, again, this is a personal preference. So these are my opinions, and it's based on my lashes and my length and, you know, what I have and what I'm looking for. So I love these, and these work really well with my lashes. What I do have here is 2 of the purple packaging, which is their Lights Camera lashes. This smaller one came in just a holiday palette kit, and that's why it's a smaller sample, but this is the full size, and this is what you would get when you buy from Tarte. And I've actually never used this once, so I'm going to hold on to this because it is still in good condition. No bacteria in this one. However, this one is definitely old, and I'm just gonna give it a toss. I believe we're past the 6 months, and I haven't used it even probably in the last 4 months, so I'm just gonna give it a toss. But just to show you the type of wand you get with this mascara, it is just the natural bristle. Again, you'll see a very common theme here in my mascaras. I just gravitate towards these as opposed to the plastic ones, but this is just a great middle ground formulation again, and it's not too dry, not too wet, and I definitely don't see flaking with this mascara. That's another big pet peeve of mine. I don't want mascara flaking on my cheeks. It's gross. So definitely check this one out, but I'm going to give this particular tube a toss. And then the other 2 is one I did get in a kit. It actually came with my lash curler that I've been using forever, and I love that lash curler. This one is the Lights Camera Flashes, so it is a little bit different, and it's got the gold packaging, which I do love the packaging. I'm a sucker for packaging. This is quite a different wand and something I don't necessarily gravitate towards. It is the plastic spiky type of wand, and although that's not something I like, I really did like this mascara a lot. It's definitely past its time and it has dried up a little bit, but it's a great mascara. I'm gonna give it a toss as well. Last Tarte mascara I have is the Tarte Gifted. Now this is the Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara, so it is a different line than the others I own, and this is a fairly new one, and I am obsessed. This is what I'm using currently every day, and this is brand new, and this is again very similar, almost identical to the Lights Camera Lashes wand, and I love this wand. And the formulation is, I think, a little bit more wet than the Lights Camera Flashes, but it works, and I really like it a lot. It just feels like my lashes aren't becoming brittle by using this, and I feel like I'm caring for them a little bit better. I don't know if it's all in my head, but I do really like this mascara, so definitely check it out. So this is a nice little selection of some of the Maybelline mascaras that they do carry in their product line. The first one here is the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express, which I'm sure all of you have seen it, and it's a very popular mascara. This one is definitely old and a little dried out, so this one's gonna have to go. But just to show you the wand, this one, again, not my comfort zone, but I really did like this mascara a lot. It is a plastic spiky but very microscopic spikes, so fine you can barely see it. It almost looks like it's just a solid little wand with little tiny spikes sticking out of it, and I do like this a lot. It really did get some good volume and I liked it for that purpose. But again, this one is past its 6 months expiration and it's getting a little dried up, so I'm going to give this one a toss. And normally throughout my mascaras you won't see a whole lot of waterproof except for these two right here, which I got for when I was on vacation and I just really wanted that extra protection, but I do stay away from it just because it is so bad for your lashes. I'm just not a fan, and you know, to each his own. Some love it and it does great things for their lashes, but waterproof is just not my thing, and I want to keep the little lashes that I do have and trying to grow, so I tend not to use that. But anywho, moving on to these, this is the Lash Stiletto, again by Maybelline, and the Illegal Length. This one has fiber extensions in it. I just wanted to try something new, but I feel like the fibers irritate my eyes a little bit. This wand in particular is a very long, thin wand, really focusing on the length, this type of shape, and it is a bristle type of wand, which I do like. They're a little bit more separated as opposed to densely packed, so it definitely gives me a lot of length, and I do like it in that way. It wouldn't be my top favorite, but if you're looking for length, it certainly gives it. However, like I said, the fibers kind of irritate my eyes, so I think I'm gonna give this one a toss. And the Lash Stiletto is an old one. I remember using this so long ago, and I love this. It's almost identical to the Illegal Length, but the bristles are a lot more packed, and I like that. It kind of almost has a Christmas tree shape. It is a lot thinner at the tip and then gets thicker at the end, and I like that a lot. And this is a good formulation, you know, not too wet, not too dry. And this one I'm gonna hold on to. It hasn't hit its 6 month mark, and I think I could definitely try to get some use out of this in the next month before I do have to give it a toss. And for the last Maybelline, I have the Pumped Up Colossal, and this one is all about volume, and a lot of people talk about this and rave. I found it was a nightmare to get off my lashes. So this one gets a little bit fatter in the middle and kind of has that taperedness on either end. It is a really good wand. It has the tightly packed bristles, which I like again, and I just felt like I had to scrub my eyes to get off this, and it's not, I don't believe this is the waterproof one. I just wasn't a fan. I didn't feel like it did anything spectacular, and either way it has hit its expiration, so I am gonna give it a toss. A few CoverGirl mascaras that we have here are the Bombshell Volume, and this is one of those dual ends. You have the first application, which is a plastic that very finely spaced out bristles, kind of similar to the Rocket mascara that we talked about a little while ago. And so that's the first one, and then you go in the second time, and that's where you get the natural bristles that are a little bit more spaced out, not so scattered throughout, creating a dense type of wand. But this one I thought I'd really like just because of the dualness. You can, you know, use both to really create that volume and length. But this was like cement on my lashes, and I just don't like that. Your eyes are such a sensitive area. You shouldn't be tugging, trying to scrape this stuff off your lashes, and I don't want to damage them. This one is past its expiration date as well, but also still I would probably pass on this even if it wasn't. And then I have the Lash Blast Length. This one is purposely for length, and it is a very, very skinny wand, and this is a plastic spiky wand, and I actually keep this around to use for my lower lashes because it's such a small wand, and I would love to even get a smaller wand. Actually prefer just the smallest wand I can find for my lower lashes because they're just so tiny, and I always get transfer from the wand on my skin. So I keep this one just for the bottom lashes. Going for that no makeup look on the weekends, for instance, or just kind of doing nothing kind of day, I use this on all my lashes, my top and bottom, and it just gives a more natural look. It makes my lashes just look a little darker, but they look like I'm not wearing mascara. So this is one I would recommend for young ladies. If you're a preteen, teen, and you are allowed to start wearing makeup, again, ask your parents' permission, of course, but this is one I would definitely recommend for someone young and starting out because it's nothing dramatic, and I just think it's more age appropriate. So definitely check this out if you are a teenager and you're looking for something, or if you are a parent watching this and your child wants to start wearing makeup, you know, this is definitely a recommendation, and it's drugstore, so it's inexpensive. And I haven't had this for more than a couple months at most, so I'm going to hold on to this and keep it because it's still good. The next one here is actually another mascara, and I forgot I had this one. It is the L'Oreal Voluminous. This is the false fiber lashes, and this packaging is so sleek. And I, again, love the good packaging, especially for drugstore, because sometimes they cheap out a little bit, I feel. This wand is a very skinny, natural bristle wand, and this formula has the fibers in it. This formula was just a little too clumpy for me. It's a lot thicker than I like. I don't want something too watery and thin, but this is just a little too thick. So if you like a thick formula, this is one to actually try. And again, if you like the false the fibers in there, you could try this one out, but it wasn't a favorite of mine, and I'm gonna give it a toss. It hasn't hit the 6-month expiration, but I'm just not using it, so it's gonna go. I have a Revlon Bold Lacquer Grow Luscious. This is, I believe, the second one, not the original formula. I didn't think it was that impressive. It certainly helped, and I like the wand. It is a little fatter type of natural bristle. The formula is a little thick, but not too bad, not as thick as the last one. This one hasn't passed its expiration, so I might actually hold on to it and see if I could use it in the next couple weeks. If at this point I do not use it in the next couple weeks and I end up just putting it aside and going back to my Tarte one or what have you, I'm gonna give it a toss. I have a couple random ones here that I got in Ipsy bags. So this is a Be a Bombshell. This is just their Lash Out mascara, and I am not a fan of this wand at all. It is very similar to the Great Lash, you know, that classic pink and green mascara from Maybelline that is very old school. It has that very spirally, although natural bristles, it's just very spiral, and you know, you can see all those spaces there. It just doesn't grab my lashes. Like I said, I have fine little hairs here and there, and it just doesn't work for me. The formula is great. It is not too thin, not too thick, but I'm gonna give this one a toss. And then I got this one actually in this month's Ipsy bag. It is the Volume Eyes by Model Co, and I've never heard of them, and I liked the packaging actually. It is a larger size sample, and I like this one a lot. I have been using this one in addition to my Tarte one. The bristles are perfectly spaced for me. It's a nice fat natural wand, and the formula is really good. It definitely doesn't make my lashes amazing, but it certainly is something that I could use for every day. I'm not looking for a fancy nighttime look. It's an everyday mascara, going to work type of thing. It really does serve its purpose for my lashes at least. So I'm gonna hold on to this since it's brand new. And the last two mascaras I have here are one from Hard Candy. This is the Ginormous Lash Volumizing Mascara, and this one again, I didn't know what the wand looked like. The packaging didn't have the wand shown on it, so I couldn't tell, but it's like that last one, that Be a Bombshell. It's just too spaced apart. It's got that spiral type wand, and I just don't like it. It doesn't catch all my lashes, and I probably only use this once or twice at the most, so it is a shame I'm gonna toss it, but I am. And then I have the Jordana Best Length Extreme Lengthening Mascara. And this one I just picked up not too long ago, actually. And I haven't formed a full opinion on it. It has a plastic spiky wand, but they are kind of different sizes and packed in there, so it's not too bad for a plastic wand. It hasn't really wowed me, but at the same time I'm gonna hold on to it. It's only a couple months old, so it hasn't hit that 6-month mark yet, and I just want to give this another try and keep using this and see if I want to continue keeping it in my collection. Oh, and that wasn't the last one. I do have one other one. It was so small I couldn't even find it. It is the Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and this came in my Ipsy bag. I really just didn't like it at first. I thought it was nothing amazing for all the hype, but now I just love it. I think the formula kind of just dried out a little bit or something. I don't know, but I love it. I believe I put it in one of my favorites recently. It's just grown on me, and I really like it a lot. It has those natural bristles packed. They're a little spiral, but they're so close together that you don't get that spacing, and I just love this formula a lot. And that was it for my mascaras. I am really proud. I got rid of 11 mascaras. They're all going in the trash, and it just feels so good to kind of purge and get rid of that, especially when most of them are all old and I can't use them anyway. So why am I collecting them? I have no idea. It's a great sickness I have. I'm trying to get better. But I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope that you found some good tips as far as which mascaras may not be good for you if you are similar to me as far as lashes. If you haven't subscribed, you know where that button lives. Please give this a thumbs up if you like this series, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!